kids, it's Mrs. Jordan's, and I'm back for another read aloud. Now this book is called David's Drawings. This is one of our curriculum books. So let me tell you a little bit about the book. The book is called David's Drawings, so that's our title of the book. Now David notices a beautiful tree on the way to school and decides to draw a picture of it when he gets to class. When his classmates see his drawing, they tell him all the things they think he should add to it. David lets the other children add to the drawing, and everyone is enjoying working on the drawing together. But what about David's idea for his drawing? Well, let's read the book and see what happens. But before we do that, what I want to do is go over some vocabulary you might not know. I'm sure you guys have heard the word beautiful. Of course, that means nice to look at. How about shyly? What does shyly mean? That's showing fear of talking to other people. Grinned. Just that. Smiled. How about moment? Well, that's a very short amount of time. How about fistful? Well, that's just about something that you can hold right in your hand. That would be a fistful. How about a gray day? We've all seen that. That's a day that's not sunny. Usually has clouds. How about fresh? Well, fresh is new and clean, never used. How about fluffy? Fluffy is soft and full looking or feeling. And we all know what recess is, but you guys might not because you haven't been in school yet. That is a break during the school day that's usually outdoors. That's time to play. So let's read the story, David's Drawings. Now remember, this is the front cover, this is the back cover, this is the spine. Now it says here, story and pictures by Catherine Falwell. So she not only wrote the book, but also drew the pictures. Okay, and I'll show you the beautiful pictures. One gray winter day, David saw a beautiful tree. When he got to school, David took off his boots and hung up his jacket. He found a pencil and a fresh piece of paper. Remember, fresh is brand spanking new, nice and clean. David thought for a moment, then he made a drawing of the tree he had seen. Here's his drawing. Nice tree, said Amanda, but it needs color. David got some crayons and made the tree brown. Amanda smiled. Some grass, too, she said. David handed her a green crayon. Here, you can make some, he said shyly. Amanda colored green grass under the tree. Now, it looks like that. That tree needs leaves, Ryan said. David looked at his drawing and then began to add leaves. He let Ryan add a few more. Look, said Jamal, I have these cool stickers. May I put some on the picture? Sure, David said. I know, it needs a person, like me, Laurel said. She grinned and drew a girl. It needs a boy, too, said Carlos. Okay, said David. Carlos drew a boy with an orange shirt. Kira quickly added a row of fluffy clouds. Brandon drew a cat and a dog, then added a smiling turtle. Birds would look nice, said Lee May. She drew two flying in the sky. It needs a rainbow, too, said Rosie. She set to work with a fistful of colors. Boy, that really looks different from just the tree that he drew, doesn't it? Let's stop for just a minute. Do you think David is a little shy? I think he is. Which notice, maybe you'd noticed, maybe you didn't, but when the kids were walking to school, look at him, he's kind of walking behind the rest of them. And how about this? When David's classmates start suggesting things to add to his picture, David decides to let them work on the picture with him. Think he enjoys working on it with his new friends? I think he does. Okay, let's keep reading and see what happens. That's where we left off. Rosie added a fistful of colors. The bell rang for class to begin. That was fun, said Ryan. We made a great picture, said Kara. See you at recess, David? Asked Amanda. Sure, David agreed. At the end of the day, David looked at the picture again. Then he wrote, "Our class picture," neatly on the bottom and hung it on the bulletin board. David walked home from school. On the way, he saw the beautiful tree. When he got home, David took off his boots and hung up his jacket. He found a pencil and a fresh piece of paper. David thought for a moment. Then he made a drawing of the tree he had seen. David's sister came over to the table. Nice drawing, she said, but it needs something. David looked up. His sister smiled. It needs to hang on your wall. I think so too, said David. Then he wrote, "My drawing," neatly on the bottom and hung the picture right above his bed. What a nice story that is, huh? Now think about this for a minute. Why do you think that David walks alone on his way to school? Maybe he likes to look at the different things. It gives him ideas of things to draw. How about that? Now, why do you think that David lets his classmates add to his drawing? What might he be thinking when they're working on his picture? I want you guys to think about those things, because I read the story today. Miss Riza will read it the second time, so you guys will hear it again, but I want you to think about the things we talked about today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.